I just wanted to take a quick second and thank you guys for making 100,000 subscribers possible in the last 5 months on this backup channel. It was a real disappointment when YouTube terminated my main channel of over 500,000 subscribers and basically flushed 8 years worth of work down the toilet. Over 800 videos, over 100 million views, all gone because somebody at Google Thought Police headquarters decided to hit the delete button on a channel that had no strikes and was in good standing. But you guys are overcoming the algorithm that's stacked against channels like this one. And I really appreciate the support and the kind and thoughtful comments. No matter what the censorship police try to pull, truth is truth even if no one believes it. And a lie is still a lie even if everyone believes it. Much peace and love to you guys. I really appreciate you.
Watch as an Abbotsford police officer picks up a wad of cash inside the house of a suspected gang member and stuffs the money into his sock.
In a case that proves the notion that cops can actually be seen breaking the law on video and not be charged, a police officer in Victoria, British Columbia was seen taking a suspect's cash, shoving it into his sock, and of course, he will face no charges. This in spite of the fact that the department called the officer's actions concerning, and the taking of the money wiped away most of the charges over the police raid. According to police, they executed a raid on a resident in November of 2017, and it was during that time that the officer was seen on video recorded from the suspect's home, picking up a wad of cash from the desk and shoving it into his sock. For 6 months, the officer thought he'd gotten away with it. But during the trial of suspect Brian McDonald, defense lawyers produced the hidden camera footage showing the officer's alleged crime. As the video shows, the officer's in the room by himself as he looks around. When he spots the cash, instead of seizing it in an evidence bag, he shoves it into his sock. Now for the most ridiculous part. When confronted by his department, the British Columbia officer said he shoved the cash into his sock as a joke, and they believed him.
Well, we expect our officers to maintain a high level of professionalism throughout all investigations, warrants, that sort of thing. So our concern is that a practical joke is inappropriate, and it's concerning to us.
The department believes the officer because he claims he returned the cash after this joke of shoving it into his sock with no one around to see it. See, usually when you're playing a joke, it's for the benefit of other people who may be viewing the joke. So who is the joke for? But there's a major problem with this joke claim because some of the bills shown in the video were never submitted as evidence. So not only did he commit a crime, but he lied about it when he was found out, which is pretty much par for the course for law enforcement. According to the British Columbia Prosecution Service, the gaps in the evidence do not provide sufficient proof to raise the allegation of theft. So apparently they watched this video with blindfolds on. The service says several factors, including the presence of other possible suspects and an ability to acquire all the video from the scene, mean the evidence can't support a prosecution. How convenient. Showing just how unnecessary the raid actually was, Brian McDonald was acquitted of all charges in September except for a single count of possession of a controlled substance. Highlighting the irony of this situation is the fact that the only person held accountable in this incident was a person selling another person a product they voluntarily agreed to purchase. When the alleged good guy showed up to prevent any further voluntary transactions, one of those good guys was recorded committing an actual crime of property theft, and he will not face charges. Unfortunately, this kind of thing happens all the time involving law enforcement, including incidents in which cops are seen robbing people on video and nothing happens to him. Even when there's overwhelming evidence against the officer and he's found guilty, rarely do they face any personal accountability. Remember this guy, Officer Leonard R. Crouch? He was recorded with his own body camera not helping a 74-year-old man who's having a heart attack. What was Officer Leonard R. Crouch doing? He robbed the guy who was having a heart attack. The elderly victim, James Mabe, had the cash to go buy Christmas presents for his grandchildren, but because the cop robbed him instead of helping him, he'd never make it to the store to buy those presents. As it was reported on October 4th, the officer who stole a dying elderly man's Christmas money will not be going to jail. Last month, with almost no news coverage, Crouch pleaded guilty to robbing the elderly dying man. Instead of being punished for his utter betrayal of the public trust and for committing a despicable act, Crouch was given probation and will not spend one day behind bars. What do you think would have happened if you or I did that? You know as well as I do that you or I would have gone to jail for way less than that. If you guys get something out of these videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. All those links are in the description and in the pinned comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.